Well, a very good day and welcome to CTI's Town Hall. Hello, Mr. Eduardo.
Hello, Mr. Church. Good morning to you. Good morning, good evening to everybody worldwide. Guys, we are going closer to the 100th episode of Town Hall.
Correct.
Today is the
93.
93. Oh my God, it's almost 2 years and it's a huge pleasure to have you guys here. Before we start to deliver the news and everything that's going on, I want to encourage you guys to click on this button and say that you like this content. Put your comments below. Tell me where you're from, which position you would like to work on a cruise ship. And if you're already working on a cruise ship, just say hello to us. Tell me which cruise line you work so we can shout out you from here during our live.
We have a lot of great things for you today, guys. Of course, new positions, as we have new positions every week. They keep piling up, which is great, which means, of course, we have lots of job opportunities. We also have a gentleman near the end of the show, so don't go away. He is going to tell us about his trip from Carnival home. Back to Bali.
That's amazing. It's really good to have a testimonial so you guys can relate yourself with a real story. That means you guys have to stay until the end so you can watch the entire show.
There you go. Mr. Endra from Bali, from our CTI Bali office. He's a vlogger now, which I admire the work that he is doing. So again, don't go away. Stay tuned for that. Let's get on with some headline news.
Let's do it.
Well, our headline news today is, it is Happy Saraswati Day.
Saraswati.
Yes.
So what that means?
Saraswati is the Day of Knowledge.
Day of Knowledge. Oh,
Bali celebrates the island. It's called the Day of Knowledge.
Wow, that's amazing.
Isn't that nice?
I never heard about it.
Yeah, to celebrate a Day of Knowledge.
At the end of knowledge should be celebrated every day, right? Every day we should learn something new.
But, again, the Day of Knowledge means that, of course, we all, again, take time from out of work. It's a holiday, so it's an official holiday. So nobody has to go to work, so they get to sit and think about the future and all the knowledge they've gained since they've come to this beautiful world, right?
Amazing. So congratulations to everybody in Bali.
Hope you're celebrating.
It's only Bali or the entire Indonesia?
No, it's Bali.
Only Bali.
It's a Balinese holiday.
Okay.
Kind of nice, isn't it?
Lots of knowledge to all of you guys.
There you go. All right. One of the things we want to talk about today, and actually it's our special guest. It's a big guest today, is P&O Cruises, which is located in the UK.
Oh, that's cool.
And it is Britain's favorite cruise line. And we have lots of openings there. I believe we're going to throw that on the screen. We've got openings. There we go. Immediate openings for P&O Cruise Line. And we have a special video from P&O. So there you are, guys. P&O, every one of those positions that you have just seen, we are hiring for them.
Never been a time like this.
I'm telling you.
All opportunities from all over the world, different cruise lines, different personalities. It's amazing because after during the pandemic, we could offer any job and we couldn't even try to engage the people with real information. And right now we have lots of opportunities, and we have P&O, we have Cunard in London, and those give them an opportunity to see the world in a different perspective. Like most people, they would like to work on an American cruise line, but so you have to go to
What
Europe.
a great opportunity to go to Europe, right?
Yeah, and get yourself, more culture, update yourself. Short here, we have some pictures as well. We're gonna put on the screen about the type of
The positions that we're looking for.
Also the type of crew that work in those cruise line, which can give you idea about it.
Harold, you gonna show those? I think we've got some positions coming up here. Bar waiters, cabin stewards, waitresses, chef de parties, right? All kinds of positions. So it's culinary, housekeeping, deck and engine. Also lots of deck and engine.
Yeah, and then sometimes it's never doubt about yourself, about your capabilities. Some people, they might look at Cunard and P&O like, oh my God, so do I qualify to work on a cruise line? So let's give it a try. That's why they have to go to the CTI website and apply. We have the CTI Go video, which gives us a briefing about who you are. And as we see a potential in you, we are going to, give you a coaching, explain you which cruise line you are going to. So never doubt about your capabilities.
Oh, absolutely.
Maybe you're working in a certain hotel or even on a certain cruise line, but you already set out to success to jump to another level. So let's go to the website and apply.
I was talking to the guys at P&O and also at Cunard the other day, and I said, P&O, of course, being in Europe, I mean, all the famous cruise lines in the United States, and everybody knows Carnival and Royal and these kind of things. And I think to Indonesia, especially where we're looking to recruit, and I believe other countries very, very soon. So guys, stay tuned for that. Is that P&O is like, so what is P&O? And there's been some news recently about P&O ferries. This is not a ferry. This is cruise ships, right?
Correct.
P&O's cruise ship is a totally different company than P&O ferries. So just what you saw on the video, all of those positions, those are people who are currently working on board. They have another new ship called Aria coming soon, which is huge. It's just, I believe it's close to the size of Mardi Gras. So they are looking for positions for all positions. All
it's
positions.
Amazing. Yeah, it's amazing.
Guys, so by all means, don't delay. Apply today because we are accepting. Actually, we opened up the positions, I believe it was a couple of weeks ago, and they're putting them into the system. Lots and lots of people getting approved. So if you have previous cruise ship experience, or even if not, you have 5-star hotel experience, right?
Hey, and always it's good for you once you apply, you mention the cruise line that you're applying for and the position that you're applying for. Even if we don't see that you qualify for that specific cruise line, but at least you will focus on something versus just go there and just say your words. Because it is always good to know which cruise line is your preference, right? So how would you like to apply for P&O? You already search about, you already check. And if you're looking into the ship, it's beautiful, everything, a lot of technology inside, it's amazing opportunity.
So guys, if you want to travel the world, you want to go over and visit the UK, and of course those ships also go worldwide. Here's actually a culinary video for P&O. So if you're in the culinary field, pay attention, gentlemen and ladies. Yes, yes, yes. Apply today, guys, not tomorrow, today. Go to our website, www.cti-usa.com. Hit that apply button. Read the job description.
And make it happen.
Do a Go Video. Tell us about Go Video.
Go Video is a very simple platform, that came probably now this
Almost a year already.
Yeah, with CTI almost a year, but it's been in business quite a while.
Right.
After COVID, every company start to find out ways to continue recruiting, ways to continue evaluating people. Basically, it's a one-way interview where we have pre-recorded questions, and you just have to sit in front of your computer on your mobile device and then answer those questions. Of course, we recommend that you look for a quiet place, check your microphone, make sure your voice, sounds nice.
And don't you think they should dress for the part?
Yeah,
Isn't that important,
don't
right?
take because you can do from anywhere. And when I say anywhere, it means you can do from your house, you can do from.
Oh, I've seen people laying in bed with the camera, and that doesn't work, right? That doesn't work.
Like just take professionally wise, because behind the scenes is someone evaluating you, and because the interview is recorded, people can go back and forth and say, well, listen, I'm not really confident about this person. Unfortunately, I cannot move his application forward. And also, this is a type of endorsement as well. Let's say even if I want to reject you or if I want to approve you, I'm passing you to someone else to double check. So if I approve you, I have to justify why I'm approving you. If I'm rejecting you, I have to justify why I'm rejecting you. So which means even if the person say like, let me give a chance to this guy or this lady, if you don't do well, unfortunately, nothing can be done for you. So dressing up, it's always important as well. If you work in a culinary as a guy or cook or CDP or any position in culinary, always use your jacket.
On, right?
Yeah, put your uniform, use your jacket. Dress as. If you work in a dining room, you put a suit. So dress as, because those things can help you to get approved. You look professional in front of
imagine, guys, and for those who have worked on a ship or even worked in a nice hotel, can you imagine someone looking at your video for the first time, and you're laying in bed or you're walking down the street or it's noisy outside? Someone who doesn't even know you, you may be the best chef, the best cook, the best waiter there is. And if that's their first impression of you, they're going to say, what is this?
Yeah, unfortunately.
Right? So don't let your skills that you have taken so long to master go by holding a video there and, all the noise and, dress the part.
Yeah, I always spend time checking your resume as well. Resume is extremely important. Still, people resist themselves to get into this new technology, which is gonna add a lot of value, and is already adding a lot of value. But a lot of people is still looking resumes, and they still focus more on resume than anything else. So, which means don't rely on I'm gonna make a nice video. My resume can be just a few words and that's it. No, because both things have to work together. Your resume is like your birth certificate. It tells lots of things about you.
Yeah, soon CTI will have a couple templates that people can use, right? We'll have them on our website. You can download them and make them look nice, because, again, your resume speaks about you, and so does your video.
Right, that's true.
Let's say hi to some people online. I can see that we have people from Burma, or Myanmar, as it's called. We have hello from Philippines, hello from India, and always hello from Bali. I see YOGYAKARTA's in the house. I see a guy saying, oh my God, such great opportunities. Hello from CTI Jakarta. Guess who that is?
Eddie Iskandar.
Eddie Iskandar. Hello, Mr. Eddie. Eddie out there is one of our top recruiters in Indonesia. So, Eddie, good evening to you. It is, what time is it? It's late in the evening in Jakarta. But we're always glad to have you here, Eddie, and supporting us. Thank you so much. And we'll come back to the comments in a little bit. Now let's talk about Cunard. Oh, but by the way, I wanted to finish a story. Earlier I was talking to the people from Cunard and from P&O, and I asked them to compare themselves to an American cruise line. And this is what I was told. If you look at P&O, you look at, let's say, Royal or NCL. Right in that line. That's what P&O considers themselves to be, in that line. And then I asked them about Cunard, and they say, Cunard, well, we look at ourselves to be like the passenger is older, they're more diverse, they're more global. Cunard does world cruises, so they look at themselves like an Oceania, a Regent, maybe a Seabourn, something of that nature. So if you find yourself fitting in that gap, right, or that realm of possibility, then that'll kind of give you an idea of what these two cruise lines are if you don't know about them.
Yeah, there's some people are gonna say, okay, so what about Oceania? What about Regent? This is something also good to talk about. Like most of the time, most of this 5-star cruise line, they don't advertise much because the audience is it's not as big as Carnival, as Royal.
And I don't think they want to be. They want to be more boutique,
it's
right?
a different type of cruise line. That means it's not well known, as you can say, Carnival, everybody knows. Royal, everybody knows. MSC, everybody knows. And because sometimes people don't search about, they don't know the opportunity that they might miss on the road,
But I think that's the mass population knows about, the Royals, the Carnivals, the NCLs, right? And it's what category are you in your life, right? Are you the guy that goes to the very popular store, right? And you go to that store and that's because you go to, or do you go to a boutique store? Are you the guy that goes to Louis Vuitton, right? Are you the guy that goes to Prada? Well, there you have the Oceania, the Regent, the Cunard people, right?
Yeah, it's like it's a different audience, right? As you just mentioned, it's a different audience, and sometimes they don't. Sometimes, no, most of the time, they're not gonna focus and advertise for. Oh, hey, come work here. They advertise more to the audience, seller who wants to go and then take a cruise. But those opportunities can literally put them in another, category.
Oh, absolutely. And to have that on your resume, right? If you've gained the knowledge, absolutely.
I think it's all about knowledge and experience. No matter which cruise line you are right now, if you have a good foundation working to a 3-star, and then you went to a 4-star, now you pursue a 5-star and plus. So it's good to have that, in your resume, because you feel that you comfortably delivering your work without no pressure. Pressure comes from you don't feel confident at that environment, or you don't feel confident with the ability that is required in that location. So if you go step by step, when you get there, it's gonna be the same way as you just started.
One of the things that I think a lot of the crew ask is, so what do I have to pay?
Yeah, well, and the good thing,
the airlines included.
Yeah. Usually, when you get to that level, the cruise line is willing to pay more for you because, of course, you already add lots of values to your career. You built yourself. Of course, you spend time. Some crew, they spend money even after they get opportunities working on board. They take courses. They literally endorse themselves, putting themselves in a position that if any opportunity appears, they will be the one who's going to get promoted. Usually, cruise line pays for 5-star, Virgin, Regent, Oceania. Now,
but all cruise lines pay for the visa, right?
Yeah, all cruise lines pay for the visa. I mean, when it comes to 5-star cruise line, usually they pay for everything if it's necessary.
Right.
But of course, if they pay everything, they require more from you. That's why we look for more people with experience.
Higher skills.
Yeah, high skills.
Also, when we say everybody pays for the visas, keep in mind there are cruise lines that pay for the visa when you get on board.
Which is fair.
Right.
Which is fair.
Right. Because if you, for some reason, fail a visa, if you've tried in the past to get a visa and you were denied, and you think, okay, I'm going to try because the cruise line's going to pay for my visa, they pay for it when you get on board. Right. Once you get the visa.
This is by law, by MNC law. But the visa, of course, it helps you to get on board, but the visa is yours. You can get like 3 years visa and work for a cruise line. Let's say if you no longer belong to that cruise line, you no longer want to work with that cruise line, doesn't mean they're going to take your visa away. You're going to still have 2 years valid, and you can join any other cruise line.
As long as you do nothing wrong. But you know what the great thing is? If you have a C1D visa now, you are gold. I mean, everybody's looking for people who have C1D visas. So that's another, as you say, if you have one and you have a 5-year visa and it's still good for a couple years and you want to go right away, you'll probably go faster than those who have to wait to get the visa.
Of course.
Let's look a little bit from Cunard now. Yes, guys, apply today to go to Cunard, right?
Let's do it. Just go to the website and apply. Believe that you have the capabilities. Check your resume. Usually 2 to 3 years, 4 to 5 star hotel. If you have a good communication, it can already put you there.
And maybe you've worked in another country besides the country you live. That's always
which
great
is force
experience.
you, which
right?
is force you to have that experience. A lot of people go to work in Dubai and they get a lot of experience, also a lot of resilience. There's a hard work there. It's not easy. So check yourself and understand, like when we mention about 2 to 3 years experience, it's 2 to 3 years solid experience. It's not like, oh, I just did 1 day here, 1 day there, and it's already 2 years. No, like just it's a 2 year of constantly growing, right? Constantly pushing.
A big thing they have in Asia is called a daily worker. Right. And that's a good way to start to get some experience. But a daily worker is a person who goes in and works daily and they get paid daily. You know, they're not really a daily worker is not a full-time waiter
job.
or a full-time, bartender, whatever it may be. It's basically to get you for the introduction. So if you say, I've been a daily worker for 2 years, that's usually a problem.
Yeah.
Because after 2 years, you should be far more than a daily worker. Right? Maybe you're not trying hard enough.
Yeah, I think after 6 months, you have to get promoted. So if you are working right now in your daily working, like say, what can I do to overcome? So push yourself, try to work more. If they require you to work 8 hours, try to do 10 or more. So you can show that you're the one, if get full-time job, you're going to worth it, the invested money, right?
I'm having a look at the chats here and I see that Anne from Vietnam. Good morning, Vietnam. Did you ever see that movie?
No, I never.
It was a very
it.
famous movie. I'm sure Ann knows that movie. But anyway, hello in Vietnam. Hello to Brazil. And Brazil's out there as well. And even to America. Hello to America. Eddie Iskander has moved to America.
Eddie Iskander.
He's all over the place, right?
The best recruiter.
He is all over the place. All right. Well, speaking of the best, or the biggest, I should say the biggest, not the best, the biggest. And maybe the best. Carnival Cruise Line. There is something that you've got going on for Carnival that's coming up in the not so distant future.
Right.
Right? But let's go to this first. $3,000 did I see on the screen?
3,000.
Are you really going to hire 3,000 people?
We already doing. So we have presenting people on a weekly basis. And so they just have to come to us and apply. We see potential in them. Carnival has one system that called roles.
Right.
We upload them in roles and maybe that's in 24 hours they receive a link to do we call higher view on demand, which is very similar with the CTI Go video.
Right.
That's what a good point for them to go to the CTI Go video and train
and it's
themselves.
Free.
Yeah,
right?
and train themselves. And then if everything do well, they receive the offer letter. We have 4 different departments going on right now. We have deck and engine, we have culinary, food and beverage, and housekeeping. Culinary is taking two to three steps for assessment. They have the skills assessment, and also they have a recruiter call just to check some experience and double check. But it's quite moving fast. The opportunity here right now is because we have lots of jobs, lots of slots into this final interview.
Right.
Which means we don't have to hire only 5 or 100, 200. If we have 1,000 on that position, we're gonna hire 1,000.
Wow.
But of course, it's always good for them to ensure they have the qualification, even if Carnival requires a little less than the other cruise line. But it's still, we look for 2 years minimal experience, 4-star hotel, which is good.
Right.
If you have 5, even better. If you already have cruise ship experience, maybe you work in another cruise ship, and you do, maybe there's a lot of cruise ships that they are not well known as Carnival, as Royal but so maybe you want to move to a well-known brand, which is fun, which is have lots of opportunity for them to grow. As we were talking last week here, Carnival this year celebrating 50 years.
50 years.
And they have the new ship, which is the Carnival Celebration. What that means? That means there's going to be a lot of opportunities for people to get promoted. I start to work as a galley steward, now I'm assistant waiter. I start to work at this position, now I'm get promoted here. So it's a lot of opportunities for them. But always remember, like English, it's the key. Mostly when you get started, the difference. Let's put it this way: the difference between someone who applied to a 5-star cruise line to someone who applied to a cruise line who has a large volume like Carnival is because when you get started, people going to evaluate more about your communication in your English. Doesn't mean that the other one they are not going to, because actually the other one they already expect you to have.
Of course.
Like if we apply for the level, they're not going to even consider that you don't have. But once you get started in your career, it's important because you're going to be trained. And you're going to be trained by people that maybe is not from your country. Actually, probably they are not from your country. And you have to speak with them in English. And if you're not able to listen and understand what the person is talking to you, how can you grow? So it becomes impossible, your learning process. English is number one. You have to have English. And of course, personality, it's good to have and it's important to have. And we expect most of them to develop their personality over the years. Because when we're talking about beginners, of course, we don't expect that much personality because they haven't accomplished much things in life.
And they're a little bit shy, right?
They're a little bit shy,
but let it come out.
But we can see potential as they start to talk. That's why communication is important. So you can see yourself growing, and that personality will come like, oh, I don't understand this. You're going to be able to talk. Oh, can you train? You're going to ask questions. You're going to be a person who interacts. That type of personality they look initially, and as you get bolder, you're going to be able to interact more, to deliver more, and over time to deliver fun, which is the Carnival expect from our crew members working on board.
Guys, for this big recruiting trip that we're doing coming in April, right? There are so many numbers, and we will be, at certain locations. We will announce those a little bit later. We're going to Jakarta, Jogja, and Bali. We're going to hold a big event, so everyone's invited, and it will be for all cruise lines, right? It'll be for all the cruise lines that CTI represents. It's going to be a big road show. Correct?
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. As you guys can see on our screen. Oh, let me push myself right here. We are looking for 500 cooks.
Just cooks.
Lots
and that's just for Carnival alone. So imagine when you put Carnival UK, when you put Virgin in there.
Yeah.
Right? Oceania, Regency.
It's good to focus and understand the level. Of course, we always. Here's one thing: we work with different cruise line with different requirements. And when you have the opportunity to work with a cruise line like Carnival, it kinds of, you are going to the university. Actually, you already have to have something. You're just going to master yourself, on that area. Lots of people, they work on the ground, they work on the land as a cook, sometimes as a commis. But when you go work on a cruise ship, we always present you and put you in front of our client as assistant cook. Why? Because it's a different environment. You're going to learn something new.
And it's very fast-paced.
And you are going to have that opportunity to literally improve yourself in many ways. Sometimes you've been to a hospitality school or some job that didn't explain you things properly. And once you get to a cruise line like Carnival, you're gonna understand about international way to cook, international way to prepare,
and
also
mass market, right?
Safety wise as well.
Yeah.
So don't feel frustrated if someone say, oh, you want to apply as a commis, but someone want to move you as a assistant cook, because you guys in the learning process, right?
Correct.
Once you get bolder, don't worry. Of course, people going to see that. You're going to be able to explain yourself better. You know, always take this as opportunity. Always take this as a chance for you to become literally professional, someone who knows what you're doing. And even tomorrow, if someone question you, you're gonna be able to say, listen, I have learned this working at this cruise line, you know, working with chefs from this country, which people have like 30 plus years experience.
Right.
It's always good to be around professional people so you can become professional.
Now that's for
too.
cooks for all brands, right?
No, this matter that I'm mentioning here right now, I'm talking about Carnival.
Carnival.
But when we're talking about the other brands that we are looking for, we always expect someone kind of a little advanced in terms of, you know, culinary skills. Doesn't mean if you have advanced skills you cannot join here, but we expect a little bit in advanced skills, because this learning process on those cruise line is kind of, they already expect to receive people here and take them forward. Carnival is willing to invest on you. That's why we see, and I'm going to talk about here some galley tours, which is come mostly from the food and beverage department. They work on the land as a waiter. And once they come to us, we say, hey, you are going to start as a galley steward. Say, hey, sir, but I never clean dishes, so I never clean, you know, galley equipment. So how do I do that? Oh, no, Carnival is willing to train you. Carnival is willing to prepare you. As long as you can speak good English, as long as you have the right attitude and work hard, they're going to invest in you. Why? Because working on the lane as a waiter, and most of the guys, they don't work for a 5-star hotel, which is receive lots of people speaking English all the time. They work more on the local environment. Lots of people speaking Bahasa, lots of people speaking Thai. And once you come to Carnival working behind the scenes on the galley, you're going to have time to adjust yourself, adapt yourself, grow, speak a better English, then get promoted. So a lot of people getting promoted in the second contract.
Right.
You know, the third contract. How it depends how well you do, you're gonna get promoted faster. And mostly right now, with all the ships that Carnival is launching bigger and bigger, so they want you to.
Yeah, I was just gonna say right there is no better time than now to get into the cruise industry. And as you were saying, with so many ships coming, if you go, you do your first contract, you work really hard, there is a great chance you'll get promoted. I remember when we first started CTI, people would come up to me and say, so sir, when will I get promoted? Right? Well, getting promoted is 100% on you. You know, if you go over there and you show up to work late and you know, you're not on time and you have an attitude, you'll never get promoted, right? Because the great thing about a ship, there's a lot of competition on board, and that makes you more eager, right, to shine.
Now, one tip that I can give to anybody here. Let's say you work on a 5-star hotel, like for example, we work for Grand Hire for 5 years. I'm not gonna send you to Carnival because Carnival already have this the processing to pick up everybody who walk in and they go as a galley store.
Not everybody, right?
Yes,
a lot of people,
this is kind of policy of the company. Because let's say you work at Carnival today, you're team head waiter, and you are at this level here. But when you got at Carnival, you went directly as a galley steward. All of a sudden, you see someone already arriving here. How are you gonna feel? So Carnival already have a policy, which I think that is really nice. Respect that growth. You know, everybody comes as a galley steward, and as you grow, you can move faster.
You know, guys, and I'm sure there's people in the chat as well that are from Carnival, right? It's always good to, and there's literally thousands and thousands of people who work at Carnival. You know, ask them, and they will tell you. I mean, Carnival continually promotes within,
and promotes really quick, and actually, as an opportunity to say, usually Carnival hire lots of galley, and then for those people who start to, you know, develop themselves quickly, they get promoted as assistant waiter, and then they're gonna work on a buffet, you know, replacing buffet, getting close to the guests, and as they start to communicate with the guests properly, Carnival continue promoting them. But for those guys, as I was mentioning here, let's say you work for 5 years in a Grand Hire. maybe I can present you to another cruise line. Why? Not because Carnival doesn't want you, but because there is a policy for you to grow and build that strength into that company so you can have a story. Most of the team head waiter that work at Carnival today, they born and raised at Carnival. They came from the ground.
I see we're looking for assistant waiters and waitresses and servers. How do I get that position without having to be a galley steward? Is it based on my experience?
For females, you don't have to go as a galley. So females usually already go as assistant waiter, or it means assistant server. Females jump that category, and this is my opinion. Okay, if you put 100 waiter on the left, and you put 100 waitresses on the right, and you talk to both, they both have been exposed to the same location, you'll see the difference. Ladies, they have this nicely way to greet the guests, to talk to the guests. The communication it's better. It's not 100% accurate, but 90% you're gonna see that difference. No matter which level they are, you're always going to see that women, they have it's easy for them to be a hostess, to talk to people, to engage people, because they are more nice. This is natural, and men is more like get things done and move. This is my assumption, right? I believe that they go straight as a assistant server because they already have a better communication. They already get to that point, and they know how to proceed from that point forward.
Okay, so we know we need food and beverage. We need servers and assistant servers. We need housekeeping, right? Bar department, culinary department, right? What about deck and engine?
We do need deck and engine as well. Right now, we are looking for a very specific position at deck and engine. For example, assistant plumbers, assistant carpenters, assistant electrician. Some positions. It's being quite difficult to find in Indonesia. And by the way, if you are another country, Thailand, Vietnam, from Myanmar, mostly Myanmar has a lot of deck and engine position there. Please apply, because we are let's put this way, in desperate need for electrician, carpenter, plumber. Those positions became very
even
dry
assistants,
in Indonesia.
right?
Yeah, no. Usually they go as assistants. This thing about people say, "Oh, but I already working here. My position is electrician. Why you want to hire me as assistant?" Because, guys, it is a transition when you get to another company. Nobody gonna put you on the front line initially. You go as assistant, and if you do well, 3 months, 6 months. I don't know how long it's gonna take for you to prove yourself. They're gonna put you on the front line. But this thing about assistant is like, it's just a nice way for you to get into the flow and perform.
Because I think most people who apply, even if you work on a massive cargo tanker or a bulk tanker, cruise ships are a different animal, right? They are the engines may be close to the same. That's why you would get hired, but they are just packed full of people, and it's I think it's a bit different environment, right?
Yeah. One thing also I want to encourage people for deck and engine. Let's put it this way: always try to improve yourself. Improve your English. English. Don't think like, oh, I don't work in the front of the house. Oh, I work behind the scenes. Oh, I don't have to because I'm not gonna talk to the guest. Oh, my position is like hard work. I have to work with my energy. Listen, no matter where you work, you always can be leading people, and you're only gonna lead people based on your communication. Verbal and non-verbal communication.
Your ability to communicate.
And take a course. Mostly, if I want to work on a cruise, no matter which cruise you want to work, go learn English, improve your English, have a really good communication. Because over time, after you master all your skills, you can be leading a group of people. You can be leading a department. Don't limit yourself.
Well, never stop learning.
Yeah,
right? Always continue.
Yeah, don't
to
limit
learn.
yourself, because what are we struggling today? We find this position, but those people, they don't speak a really good English, and we cannot present them.
I think that those who have been around a while, right? It's really important, guys, to understand the world is changing faster than it's ever changed before. Technology has made it change, right? And if you don't keep up, some people say, "Oh, I'm just learning how to use my smartphone." Yeah, it takes a little bit, but go ahead, you'll learn. But the world, and especially in the shipping world, the technology has improved 1,000-fold from 10 years ago. Now we have LNG powered ships, and for those who work in the engine room, you're going to know what LNG is. right? Liquid gas ships. So all of this technology is changing, and we must be up to date on that, right?
Okay. And before we leave the hotel have to be clean. The ship has to be clean.
Go.
And we were talking about the housekeeping department. I was looking for the hotel steward and stewards, which is the hotel attendants. They changed the name. They not call anybody stewards anymore. It's our attendant. I think I like that as well. We look for over 600 positions available, females and males, to start to work. Most of them, they work in a lane as a room attendant, which cleaning room and clean lots of room. When they start to work on a cruise ship, they usually start to work in a public area, cleaning corridors, elevators, public restrooms.
Right.
And as they show strength, same thing, as they show strength, they show the verbal communication, the professionalism, then they start to clean cabins. So
Gotcha.
it is a process. I'm going to clean cabins in the ship. Not initially, but over time you will. Every job that you go, you have to prove yourself initially. And then over time, you're gonna get where you deserve.
And again, as we say, guys, that doesn't take long at all.
It doesn't.
Because of so many ships, and it doesn't matter if you're on a boutique cruise line. There are new ships coming. If you're looking at Virgin, there's more new ships coming, right? If you're looking at Carnival, more new ships coming. P&O, right? Cunard, everybody has brand new ships coming.
That's true.
So before, it used to be that people would get on board and there was no new ships for the next 2 years. So it's hard because nobody wanted to leave. Everybody loved their job.
Of course.
And only for the people that were retiring could you get a promotion. But now it is more advantageous than ever. Right?
Yeah, go to the website right now and apply, cti-usa.com. The final interviews is already happening, is already going on. We have some crew members that we present last year, and we're going to give them another chance. They're going to be presenting again, and a big shout out for you guys. We have a separate group. We are giving them some guidelines. And always remember, guys, once you apply for any position, please read your job description. Rob's description, it's really important for you to understand what's your goals, what's the company goals, what the company expects from you. Also, for you to understand exactly what you're going to be doing at that company, at that cruise line. Don't believe, I was working here, I already know my job. No, working in a different location is quite different. And you have to know that. Read the job description over and over. Once you go to an interview, you're more confident about what they're looking for, and your answers is going to be towards that direction.
Yeah, I can't say enough, and I agree with Eduardo, right? You need to read the job description. Just because you've been in business for a long time or as a crew member for a long time, I can assure you the cruise lines are trying to separate themselves from one another. Right. As you see, Virgin has a whole different, attitude and the way you express yourself. They even have their own Virgin language, right?
Right.
So, and then Carnival is the fun ships and a lot of children and that kind of stuff. And then, you have RCCL. They're all creating an aura, right? Which means you need to be part of that.
Of course.
So don't think that, just because I worked at Cruise Line A, I can easily fit at Cruise Line B, because there's a whole different kind of energy. So now we're going to go to what we call some CTI Town Hall Short. Have a look. right, guys. So there you have Carnival. We've talked about. We haven't talked about Virgin Voyages yet.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about right now.
Let's talk about Virgin Voyages.
Yeah, as we are getting ready to go to London, we are going to visit the Violent Lady, the newest Virgin Voyage ship.
There she sits. Now, this is in Portsmouth, right? This is in UK.
Yeah, that's beautiful. And we are going to understand more about the Virgin brand. I think there is no other brand that we have,
That we have more information
about, which is
probably
good.
understand,
They
right?
give a lot of information to
Yes,
us.
yes.
Which means they literally know what they're looking for. It's a very specific type of crew. They're building a very strong team. We've been to Scarlet. Now we are going to Violent Lady. And it's going to be 4 days of fun, 4 days of
learning,
understanding the brand, better, understanding what have changed, because every moment that we go through something like this pandemic, things have to be adjusted.
Of course.
And we also have to adjust ourselves. And that is not different, guys. So we have the Virgin Voyage. Look at this beautiful, the Violent sailing is already going on.
Yeah, and we still have lots of positions available. I believe cooks and what else?
Yeah, mostly Virgin, mostly cooks, laundry.
Laundry still? Okay.
Laundry still. Some cabin host. What happened is we never stop recruiting, because all of a sudden the cruise line might need, and we have to have people right away.
Because there's another ship after this, right?
Yeah, there's another ship coming.
Yeah.
But we cooks is all the time. Culinary position all the time, all the time. That's why for you right now that's watching us and say, listen, I want to start my hospitality career. Where should I go?
This is a good answer, right? This is culinary, the place for sure.
Culinary, that is like a medical, as like a doctor.
Right.
Anywhere you go, you can find a job.
You're right. You're right.
So, yeah, this is a very interesting. We have some pictures here of some Virgin crew.
Well, there you go.
It's
make
fun.
ship happen.
Yeah, we have the good thing about Virgin. They have literally people from several different nationalities. It's like, let's put it this way, it's a lot of nationalities.
You have quite a few Brazilians there, right?
Lots of Brazilians. They have Americans. They have people from India. They have people from Philippines. They have people from Indonesia.
We have Indonesians there,
we have people from Thailand. They have people from Ukraine. They have people from Russia. Which shows that there is no war going on,
not on the ship anyway.
Not on the ship, there is peace there. They have people from everywhere, and which is good. He helped blend the cultures, right? And for people who work at Virgin, also understand they work with like one of the best crew worldwide. Those guys, they already have experience. If you had the opportunity to work with Virgin, you're probably gonna grow a lot. It's let's put the understanding that everybody's a leader and everybody has done something on the previous job and the previous cruise line. Is going to be a competition to grow, because you're not dealing with people who are just there just to be there. You're dealing with someone who is hungry to succeed.
Right, and
which
guys,
is force you to do more,
to do better, of course.
Do more.
But here's one of the things, right? We do a lot of recruiting for Virgin, and not everyone, of course, gets approved.
No, everyone.
Right, and I think the guys, you should look at this as an opportunity to say, well, there's something that's missing in me, and I need to go do another contract somewhere else, improve, and then come back and apply again, right? Because not everybody can go to Virgin, and of course Virgin is a very picky cruise line on exactly what they're looking for, and the more you study about them, the more that you can say, well, I can do that. Well, maybe they think you can't do that. Yeah. So, we have many opportunities on many other cruise lines, and sometimes it's best. I've even heard people say, well, if I don't go to Virgin, I'm not going anywhere. Well, if you want to stay home and do nothing, then you may stay home and do nothing.
The thing is, if I have to differentiate Virgin from the other cruise line in terms of hiring crew to work at Virgin, they are all 5-star. They are all 5-star plus.
Right.
They all look for people with experience, all of them. But Virgin, they want that your personality matches with your experience. You have to be at the same level. For example, if you're going to work for Cunard, it's not going to require much from your personality. You just have to have a good knowledge. You have to be a person who knows how to
gracious
deliver.
service.
Yeah, you just
professional
deliver
service.
Just be professional and do based on the SOPs that you're going to be trained. With Virgin, the SOP is to understand the environment and then act on it. You know, I was there at the bar last time I went to Scarlet Lady, and one moment a lady walked in the bar and she was asking something to the bartender, but because he already spoke to her the day before, they just was like joking each other. You know, making jokes with each other. So at Virgin, it's possible to do that because that's the way they want to stand themselves out of the other ones. I saw after that, because I was as a guest, but I was talking with the bartender. The lady came to me and said, "Oh, I love this. I feel like I'm at home. I feel like, you know, because sometimes too much niceness, someone being too polite, sometimes it bothers.
But if I again, we talk about different classes of service, right? If I go to Cunard, I'm the type of person, I don't want to be joking. Usually
that's what I'm saying. It doesn't
I'm
require
a business
that.
professional.
Yeah, it doesn't require that.
I'm just there to relax, and I want someone to have a conversation with me. But I don't want someone, "Hey, chap, what's happening?" and this and that. That's not what I'm after.
As
right?
I'm
It's a
saying, it
different
doesn't
style.
require. But with Virgin, it's not like sometimes you might say, "Oh, I used to work with Viking. I used to work with Crystal. I used to work here, which is a 5-star." Okay, you have the experience, and Virgin is not saying when you don't get approved in one of the final interviews that you don't have the experience. What they might understand that you probably prove through the interview is your personality doesn't match with your experience. You have to be at the same level. It's not like, "Oh, I have a really good experience, but my personality is right here." Mostly when you walk in front of the house, bartender, bar servers, quick service attendant, those pool attendants. So those positions, it requires more. And sometimes it requires even more than your knowledge. I've seen some people, they don't have that much experience, but they get approved because Virgin saw lots of potential on them and say, "Listen, this person."
In the personality, sure. Speaking of Crystal, any Crystal crew out there, we have positions for you. We do have positions for you if you're sitting at home and unfortunately not employed at the moment. So any Crystal crew could easily go to Cunard.
Yeah, and they could easily go to Virgin as well. Everybody depends, right? Everybody depends. Listen, we have placed people that is very low cruise line that today is working at Virgin. That's what I'm saying. Never underestimate yourself. Sometimes you're working for a very low company or low corporation in comparison of the other ones, but you say, "Oh, I'm here, I have to go here." Sometimes you already possess those things. You just have to review yourself and go to our website and apply. Let us help you decide.
Exactly. Apply. That's what we're here to do, right?
Yeah, let us decide and then help you through that.
Right. All right, next we have Holland America. You can see those Holland America positions are still available. Holland America Line is bringing a lot of their ships back, so all those positions are available. If you are in Thailand, we are calling out to you in Thailand, right? We have an office in Thailand, CTI Thailand. So be sure and contact them. So I believe you're going to do some sort of live on a page there soon?
Yeah, so we have a CTI Thailand Facebook page, and you guys also can go there, CTI Thailand, and then you can log in sooner. We are going to have a live on Facebook. But same way, guys, no matter where you're from, no matter which country, you can apply through the CTI webpage, because everybody is going through our screening, which is the CTI Go video. So every week also we are presenting people. We have final interviews with Holland America, and Holland American is looking for the advisory, lots of position, bar runners, assistant CDPs, demi-chef de party, which is same thing, cooks,
waiter,
bar
runners,
hosters, photographers. So we have lots of opportunities for you guys. Just make sure that you possess experience with 5-star. You know,
Of course.
some cruise line, they are not picky, they don't require much that, but Holland American, they do also require 5-star experience. In Thailand, Bangkok, you know, all those
some of the
areas, they
world's
have
finest hotels
They have
are-
lots of
are there.
good hotels, and most of people they applying, they are getting approved. You know, I've been interviewing lots of people during the week, and we are moving people to the final interviews with Holland America. The only thing right now we are struggling a little bit with the visa. It's taking 5 to 6 months, but mostly for you guys that you're from Thailand, from Bangkok, you say, listen, I have my C1G visa in here. It's ready.
go.
Please apply right now because we can place you right away. That we have immediately assignment for you. If
correct.
you have your C1G visa, which means you already work on a cruise ship, there is a huge chance for you to
Absolutely.
be approved. Okay.
And I think for all of our friends out there in Thailand, we may have a big announcement coming soon. Someone may be joining us, but we'll leave that for a little bit later. Yeah, someone that you probably already know. But anyway, let's keep that for another day. We want to have a look at the chats here real quick. Hello from East Java, Indonesia. Hello from Zimbabwe. How about that?
Wow.
All right. What else we got here? Hello from Honduras. Good morning from Honduras, and good morning to you too. And again from Bali. We are glad to have you guys here. Thanks for being in the chat. Thanks for saying hello to us. You know, we started this show by talking about there was a special gentleman who did a vlog, and it's his sign off from Carnival Miracle. And it's like, you know, it's time to go home. And what he did is he documented his trip. And I think this is amazing. So this is what crew members are going through at the moment to either get to the ship or to get home. And this guy is from Bali, and as I said, he worked for Carnival on the Miracle, and he takes us through the journey all the way from disembarkation to Los Angeles, all the way to Dubai, from Dubai to Jakarta, to the quarantine, and all the way finally at home to meet his lovely family. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Indra.
Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Indra and this is my sign-off trip after 9 months working on board Carnival Miracle. First of all, very important is to prepare all documents and make sure always put them in hand carry, never put them in the luggage. After that, I start with other stuffs, especially my guitar, need to be careful with it. I have 2 luggages I need to prepare and make sure they are ready first thing in the morning tomorrow, ready to be uploaded to the terminal. So today is the day I leave the ship. I'm ready. All luggages must be dropped in the designated location to be uploaded first before we leave the ship. Under the I just put back the luggage and now we're going to the lounge. All sign-up crew gathering in the main lounge for the sign-up orientation by HR team. The flight ticket will be printed or email was sent 10 days prior departure, and all paperwork will be given here during orientation. Pulang kampung ya? Pulang kampung ya? Pulang kampung? Sign off! Finally out of the ship, finally! Right now it's 11 o'clock. We just left the ship. After this we go to the terminal, we do the custom check and pick up our luggage after that. And then we straight going to the airport with the bus. Right, check with Paisano. Oh, very happy. The next process will be the immigration check. I was asked few basic questions during the check, like what's my position, how long my contract was, and how much money I carry. For your information, there are some certain items that we cannot bring out of the ship, and if you bring more than $10,000 cash, we need to inform onboard HR team and they will give the declaration form to fill up for that amount of money. Alright, we just finished the immigration, everything is good. So from now, here we're going to the airport, and now we are going to the bus right now. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention that this trip will be a long trip for me. I have 2 flights till Jakarta, the capital city of Indonesia, and there will be my quarantine for 3 days. Unfortunately, we Indonesians still have to do quarantine unlike other countries. And also we have a very short timing for the connecting flight in Doha. Our next flight is just 1 hour after we land in Doha. We were hoping no delay for the flight so we can catch the flight on time. If not, then we're gonna have a big problem. I have 2. This is one on the top. Yeah.
Vacuum?
Thanks, man. No, I bring wet vacuum here. And I bring shampoo machine also. Need to look for Qatar. We arrive in Doha as per the schedule. However, we still need to run for the security check before it starts lining up. After pass the security check, from the departure board we saw our flight already boarding. Of course, we run faster to the gate for boarding. And next destination is Jakarta. That will be another 8 hours flight to Jakarta. I don't know what's the local time. I don't set my watch right now, but we have really limited time to boarding, and the boarding is already started when I arrive in the gate. So there is no time to going around buy some, but I managed to buy some chocolate for my son, which is he requested. He will be mad if I'm not doing this one. So yeah, now we're proceeding to the ship, to the plane. Here's the entrance. I feel very tired after the first flight, and now it's 8 hours to go to Jakarta. The only thing I can do is try to sleep and watch a movie. My stomach feels so hungry I cannot wait until the next meal times. Sitting on a plane for hours on end is so tiring. Alright, so we arrived in Jakarta. At this time, we arrived at 7:30. And after that, we go down. We pursue to immigration. After the immigration, they will do the validation of your passport, boarding pass, and also the vaccine certificate and the RT-PCR test that you bring before you travel. And here they will ask that you choose to go to quarantine in the hotel or in the government facility. Yeah, after immigration, we proceed to the quarantine area. So they guide us to the corner over there, and we will wait for the bus. So they explain everything there about the quarantine and how many days that you will go for the quarantine. So for us, will be 3 days quarantine, right? And we're waiting for the bus, and then we will go to the quarantine facility. It's about 1 hour drive from the airport. Yeah, he's exhausted. He's really tired now. We need to wait for the bus.
I feel so tired, need a good rest, good sleep and good food after all this trip. However, now still we are waiting for the bus going to the quarantine area that will be at Rusun Nagrak in North Jakarta, and that's about 1.5 hours by the bus. This is our quarantine place. It has 4,000 rooms and each room can fit for 4 people with all single beds. The building looks new and each room have a Wi-Fi connection and the connection was fast. I'm not expecting a lot from the food quality and we got 3 times meal a day. After we get tested, we move directly to our room. Thing that I don't like is just one night we stay at the next day we were told to move out from the room and we were given 1 hour time to leave the room. Such a very short notice. Moreover, we were told we'll be stayed here for 3 days since the beginning. We were confused and we don't have ticket to Bali.
So we have unusual experience that we have after the quarantine. So we were scheduled in quarantine in Jakarta, which is we already done. We have the PCR test in the beginning and we proven negative. So the schedule was 3 days. We were released on the second day at 3 p.m. and we were given 1 hour time to leave the facility, and that's why we need to stay in the hotel. And our problem is the flight ticket that we don't have available, as the flight ticket was run out for the same day. So we're booking for the next day, and that also is not enough. So some friends still doesn't have flight tickets, so they will stay another day until the next day, tomorrow March 11. So for me, I was lucky, so I have my flights today at 2 p.m. and I will schedule to arrive in Bali at 5 p.m. Now here we are, still in Jakarta. So 12 o'clock we will go to the airport, and from there we'll take the flight to Bali. Alright. So
after this long journey, finally I arrived at home safely. This might be my worst sign-off trip that I ever had for 10 years working on a cruise ship. Well, all tiredness feels gone after meeting my beloved family. So this is my journey, signing off from the Carnival Miracle and going back home. My name is Indra. Ciao for now.
CTI Group Worldwide Services USA, in cooperation with its global partners, is opening a central recruiting and processing office in Southeast Asia. CTI Group hires for the world's most refined cruise lines and resorts. We process over 17,000 crew and candidates a year. Join our team if the description fits you.
Are you a person who is excited to head to work each day and has the desire to succeed? Do you have a strong desire to grow within a company? Are you someone who likes a fast-paced environment? Possess the skills and computer knowledge to deliver on time. Thrive in an ever-learning and changing environment. Hold yourself and your team members accountable to complete a task on time.
Can you meet targets and deliver as promised? Be part of and promote a positive team environment. Meet and exceed crew and clients' expectations. If so, we are looking for you. Office managers and assistants. Recruiting professionals, all categories. Flexible hours. Onboarding specialist, visa, medical, etc. Processing specialist, certifications, government regulations, etc. Accounting specialist, QuickBooks Online required, 3 years minimum. Social media manager, 3 years minimum with international experience. Fluent English communication is a requirement for all positions.
CTI Group is taking applications now as we will soon be opening our newest office in Southeast Asia. Positions will be on-site and virtual also. Don't delay and apply today. www.cti-usa.com. Can you guess the new office name?
All right, guys, there you have today's show. We hope you enjoyed it. We'd like to thank Mr. Indra MDR for his vlog, the sign-off from the Carnival Miracle. Go to YouTube and subscribe to his page. He's a great, great guy. We've worked with him before.
Yeah, he was one of the finalists of our Maritime Challenge 2020.
Great.
He did amazing. He had 2 different videos playing guitar.
Yeah. Very talented
Amazing
young man,
talent,
as you can
yeah.
see with his vlog as well. So good luck to you, Indra. We look to hear from more for you soon, right?
For sure. Guys, don't forget, go to our website and apply. Lots of opportunity, Cunard, P&O, Region 7 Seas, Oceania, Virgin, Holland America, Carnival Cruise Line. So what else? What are you waiting for?
Right. What are you waiting for? Lots and lots of opportunity. Don't delay. Go today and apply.
Right now. Thank you.
God bless everyone. Have a great, great week. See you next week. Bye-bye.
Bye.